with systems advocacy, you have to look at the systems like people, individuals. They are super flawed. They're basically like abusive narcissists that you have to aim to understand rather than be mad at or angry or judging, because then you're just stuck in the cycle with them. Which is seen in like the employees who are burnt out, frustrated. And it's not like maybe not physical abuse, but as we see, that's often the trickle down effect, aka police brutality, violence within other communities, lateral violence, etc. So systems have holes that they don't want you to expose, just like abusive people or people with abusive tendencies, or I prefer narcissistic qualities, because otherwise I would consider myself an abuser at some point in my life when I didn't know better, in that definition, but not necessarily. Anyways, systems have holes, and they aim for everyone to be ignorant of these flaws and holes. That's their goal. But once you expose the holes, they need to have defense mechanisms. They need to have something to say. So it's often deflection, or saying what you want to hear, all of these different types of manipulation tactics to oppress their employees and the people below them further. And this is like literally, it doesn't matter what level you're at really in the system. Like, the abuse trickles down from the top ultimately because they're the oppressors. And it doesn't matter if you think social services and the judicial system are trustworthy systems. Like, they're businesses, much like every system in society as it was built. So someone who benefits financially over others who do more of the work. And then that results in, and then often there's like emotional and mental manipulation and stuff, so that people feel that they can't say anything, and if they do know that their higher ups are getting paid more, etc., etc. So this trickles down to like the people who are supposed to be being served by these systems. Those are the ones who ultimately face the consequences, because no one wants to take out their frustrations or anything on their other employees. You have each other's backs in the throw the garbage. Like, that's how it works. I've done that, like, been there, done that. You just deal with it, and you don't you don't complain to the higher ups because they don't do nothing, and then thus forth. And then your frustration ends up on the people that you're supposed to serve and support, and you end up in a lateral relationship of abuse, mentally, emotionally, however you want to categorize it, sometimes physical, with your clients or your patrons, whatever you want to refer to them as. And this, I'm specifically coming from a perspective of dealing with social services, because that's who I've primarily dealt with over the years and have been working in that field for 9 years and continue to advocate for my clients in. But this is in all systems. Like, the police, it's very clear in that system. That's what most of these causes are about, is because their abuse is it's very corrupt, it's very rampant in there, and it's a huge and it's physical, right? So like, and it's very, very severe, I would say, as like, as you can see with the amount of people that end up getting killed by police in America and Canada. We're not better. History repeats itself until we do something different, just like people. We repeat our mistakes until we do something different and learn differently. And listen to the people around us who are telling us otherwise. Otherwise, we're just in that denial phase. You know, like, it's societies and systems and people, they're all similar, and we all, like, that's why it's so important for individuals to do the work, because that will trickle up to systems. If individuals do the work and do the proper advocacy and proper activism that, like, involves hard emotional mental work in yourself, and, you know, basically uncovering these holes and flaws that you don't want to see in yourself, just like the systems don't want you to see in them. You have to uncover them, and then you have to be strong enough to not fall for the tactics, that the defense tactics that they will come up with to try and deflect and not take blame. It's not even the person that you're talking to's, like, to blame, and it's the system as a whole. And that's why, like, you know, you need to look beyond even that to, like, the bigger picture of, you know, these systems need to rework their whole foundation, just like people do sometimes, just like I did, I'm still doing, in order to, like, build something solid and something that works for the people that it's supposed to benefit. The clients at a systems level, you at a personal level, and, you know, all of us as a societal level, like, so yeah.